Hi Ritesh,
Hi
welcome to
Manoj.
PayNext Insights 2015.
My pleasure and thanks for inviting. Thank you.
So the question we are asking is, with all the innovations that are happening in this payment space, which is that innovation that is most exciting for you and why?
I think the technologies that are evolving right now are making the payment transaction less risky because I realize that all these whiles, whatever products we have, whether it's a credit card, debit card, anything, the transaction authentication is happening at the merchant side. But with the new invent of UPI, the new invent of Visa and Master considering a new concept of cardholder present, I think the merchant is losing the control on the transaction origination for payment authentication. Now payment authentication, if it moves away from the merchant and in the control of the consumer, I think Indian banking and the regulators may rather consider saying that now the responsibility of a fraudulent transaction will move away from the banking industry and will now reside with the consumer, because the authentication is done by consumer on his or her mobile and that password is safe with the consumer. So I think the innovation that is happening in the payment industry, and I really encourage and I really say thanks to magazines like Banking Frontier, which are really assimilating this thought from across the corners. But something that really excites me is to see that how we can move away the payment authentication from the merchant into the hand of the consumer. Not only it is less risky, also consumer feels safe.
So what is your thinking about consumers who are not so technically and financially literate, who are not aware of the types of frauds? How can they protect themselves and still without having to learn a lot?
So I'll try to give you a long winding answer here. A couple of days back, we read a news item that State Bank of India, somewhere in branch, 95,000 crore rupees were deposited into somebody's account, only to offset an OD limit. So when we say about risk and protection, why are we bothered only about debit risk and debit protection? There is a significant credit risk and credit protection required even for the consumer.
Yes.
Today, I can, if I know your account number, Manoj, I can deposit 100 crore in your account, then you be answerable to RBI and anybody where this money come from.
Right.
So we as a Phonepaisa, we are sensitive to this information and to this understanding that when we do a solution rollout, we have to take care of debit side protection as well as credit side protection. And to come to your question that you asked, we are thinking that consumers, those who are not so savvy, consumers, those who do not understand technology like you and I understand, let them continue with the conventional banking for some more time.
Okay.
We are not taking the conventional banking away from them. They would continue to have branch banking, they would continue to have checks, they would continue to have Indian postal system, they would continue to have everything that they have witnessed for last 60 years or 80 years. We are not taking it away.
Okay.
However, our intentions are to educate them more and more that guys, there is something which you have been missing for decades, and let's do that in your safety. Let's give you a credit protection, not only a debit protection. So that's what we believe RBI should be seriously considering about a credit protection forum also.
Well, thank you, Ritesh. That's a new line of thinking for us also. And let's see how we can develop it further.
My pleasure interacting
Thank you
with
so
you.
much.
Thanks. Bye.